In a world searching for gaming knowledge comes the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind, Critical.
Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here, and as you know, Alpha 50 has hit the experimental branch. And as you can see, the current season of the last save that you exited the game on shows up on the loading screen. So this is winter. Specifically, this is January in the game. So there are months in the game. The seasons last about 12 hours for an entire year, and about 6 in-game days per season is roughly how it works. I've suggested a cold game that might need to be expanded, but because you lose access to resources, you gotta wait. Yeah, there's no ice fishing yet. I've been asking, I know he's working on it, but there's no ice fishing yet. So I have been testing this for cold games, and he now has given me permission to actually do a video, so that's why this is going up a little later than I wanted it to, but at least I'm getting it up for you. Now, I am going to try to show you every season and all the new stuff all in one shot, and I have a test world. I'm going to reset it, of course, when I'm done, but let's get into the game without further ado. Controls. I want to find the lightning. Let's see. Options. Gameplay. Disable lightning flashes. So this is where, if you're looking for it, you go to options, gameplay, disable lightning. Some people have problems with flashes. It can cause them basically physical distress, complete on physical distress. All right, so let's load up the game. It's currently winter. We're on the back end of winter, but there was a pretty good snowstorm happening when I logged out earlier. Snowstorm is still going. All right, first thing I want to show you is that the snowstorm, when it's going, it gives you a good amount of wind. I've got this isn't the fastest that I've seen, but wind turbines are very useful in the winter because with the storm in effect, I'm only getting 29% on solar panels. So once again, you're in that position where you want to balance your power load, your power generation between solar and wind. And when winter's coming, you definitely need some wind power generation, in my opinion. Okay, you can already see two of the biggest pieces of new equipment you can make. One is a radiator, a heating system. Figure it as your grandparents' heating system in the house. This is something that you'd see a lot of in older housings. You usually don't see these very often, but it is possible. Overseas, you see this all the time, but not here as much in the States. All right, let me show you the cost to make these. It's actually not too bad. So the radiator is 10 scrap, 9 metal ingots, that's pretty bad, and 3 circuit boards, and there's your power. And if I remember correctly, the radiator and air conditioner are exactly the same. Yes, they are. So the air conditioner provides cooler air. Now, you have to be enclosed. You guys know this was not enclosed before, so I had to set it to an enclosed environment to make this work well. Because if you open up the doors, the temperature does change. See, it's down to 8, 12. I'm close enough. Let me turn off the radiator real quick. And it does run off of the energy in your place. So close the door. I thought opening the door changes it a little bit. I was seeing more, but maybe that was in the middle of the storm. Let's turn this back on. Now you'll see right now it's taking 0.3 power to run the radiator continuously. I do have both my generators going, but it's giving me 18C. I am going to turn on the fireplace. So this is 18C right next to it, okay? Wood right on top. And if you see in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see there's 100% over the radiator, which means I'm within the highest concentration of heat. It does the same thing for air conditioners and for the fire too. It tells you how close you are and how much warmth you're actually getting from that. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Now I'm at 72 over here. I'm like 57. Yeah, 45 from the heat. Now I get close to this, and it's only getting it up to 8C. We're in the middle of winter. There's no storm going on right now, but if there was a full blizzard going, ooh, now I'm down to 7C. This thing probably wouldn't keep you very warm. Now, if that's the case, and you would have no other way, if you take medical tonic, expensive, I know, and then rotten meat, we finally have a use for rotten meat. Awesome. And you can craft a heat pack. It provides a short period of warmth. Let's go ahead and use it. And you'll see I've got this little warmth symbol right there. Now, it doesn't change the temperature. There's no temperature change. It just means that I can tolerate better cold temperatures. Now, I've got the winter jacket and the sweater. I'm going to take those off for a second. I'm frosting up, but I am not actually getting cold because the heat pack is actually protecting me. Let's go back in the house real quick. There we go. Back up to 5, 6, about 5C. My temperature tolerance is only -2. I'll put these back on. We'll talk about those a little bit more here in just a second. So that's the heat situation. Let's go ahead and extinguish that. And ooh, I crashed. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, guys and gals. We are back after that crash. It seems to happen when I go outside, I touch something else, and then I open up the heater. I've let Cold Games know about it. It's, like I said, this is what testing is all about. That's why I am testing this for Cold Games, trying to make it so that you guys don't experience these kind of issues. And there's something odd that just happened too. As I drank that water, my fruits and vegetables seem to go down a little bit. Yeah, I'm overdoing it. I'm trying to see. Like I said, I'm testing. No. Okay, it doesn't. Maybe it was just an optical illusion. Maybe it just seemed like it was going down. It looked like that. Okay, enough testing. All right, I've got my heat pack back because when I reloaded, it reloaded an older save that was before I actually crashed. Let's go ahead and extinguish this again. The radiator's still on. 19C, we're doing pretty good. Now, one thing I want you guys to remember, up here in this corner where it says January, you have the temperature. That is the temperature around you. That's not your temperature. And what I mean, if I take all this gear off, the temperature doesn't change. It's still 18C, but my cold tolerance is now only at 3%. I put these items, which this is what I consider my basic loadout in the game. I'm at 5C protection, okay? When I put on the sweater, it replaces the heavy-duty shirt. The heavy-duty shirt has... Oh, Cold Games, one thing that you might want to do is get rid of the icon for the person here. It makes it harder to read some of these, or put a black background behind each one of these numbers just to make it a little bit easier to read, because when I was trying to figure stuff out, I was like moving it up here so I could actually see what it was saying sometimes. So plus 2C warmth is what this shirt gives me, heavy duty shirt. The sweater gives you plus 3, so it only gives you 1% better. The combat vest gives you a plus 1C protection, and when you put on the heavy winter coat, it's a plus 3. So you're not getting a lot. I went from plus 8 cold tolerance, or a -5. What was it? Hold on a second. Make sure I'm doing this right. Put this all back on. So I can handle -5 right now. Putting these two items on, I can only go to -8. So it's not that big a difference in the temperature ranges that you can survive. But I did notice that in a rainstorm, the winter jacket, as long as I wasn't in the water, did seem to make it so that I wasn't getting wet. But we'll test that again later on. So here's the ice. You can't get through it. You can shoot it all you want. You won't break into it. So when this happens, everything below water is completely unavailable to you. Now, interesting note, you can't get trapped in the cave. I did test that for Cold Games. I told him, he said he already thought of that, and he thought of me because he knew I was going to test it anyways. But I did turn winter on, waited down there almost a day and a half of time, and then tried to swim up, and I was able to swim up. The cool thing is, and Cold Games needs to look at this because I think it's going to affect the FPS a little bit, is it snows, all the effects that you see of snow building up on the land and on the rocks and everything. It's actually like that underwater too. Now the lake wasn't frozen, but you can see the snow down there. That was kind of interesting. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about the clothing. So we have two new items. You have the sweater, which costs you 10 cotton, 5 cloth, and 1 rope. Not too bad, but high on cotton. This one costs you the winter jacket is 4 padded cloth, 6 cotton, 8 cloth, and 2 rope. So they can get kind of expensive. And here's the bad thing, guys. This stuff has to be repaired. As you take damage, shot, I think if you're falling damage will damage your gear, get attacked by an animal, your stuff will start to degrade. And right now my helmet has that little sliver. We're going to pull this over here so it's easier to see. Let's go and take all this off. I'm going to show you what this new damage scaling looks like. So you can see the items that have been damaged. This sweater hasn't been damaged at all, so I can't repair it. But this has a slight bit of damage on it. Here's the repair cost for your helmet. The more it's damaged, I think the more of this item it's going to cost. Here's your jacket. Look at that cotton. That's the one that's going to hurt. And then once again, cotton. Cold Games is considering he needs to add pickable cotton plants in one of the seasons possibly to allow you to stock up more on cotton, because cotton is one of the rarest items in the game and you need it a lot often. Right here, combat vest, you need cotton. This shirt, you need cotton to fix it. All right. There's also a reason to make the lighter stuff, because light pants, I'm not going to craft them, but light pants give you less cold tolerance, so they're better to wear in the summer. And then the lightweight t-shirt, same thing. It doesn't give you as much protection, so it's probably a better item to wear in the summer. So having those lighter items is actually advantageous now. I like that. It's really a good touch. Okay, what I don't like is the amount of damage done to a weapon per shot. Now, I think Cold Games might have adjusted this. I mentioned it to him yesterday when I was testing. And this was I fired a single arrow from this bow, and you can just barely tell that it went down before you could really see the marker move. So I think he's done some adjustments to it, but I'm not going to read the patch notes because they're going to change. All right, we're testing this stuff, but here's the repair cost, the repair items necessary. For 1 arrow shot, I have to provide 3 metal, 2 glue, and 1 rope. Now the question is, if I keep firing this thing, is it going to till it almost is broken? I'll go ahead and test that for you. And I won't make you watch this. We will have a little montage of me just firing arrows off. Okay, now it broke. You got to hear that sound as well. So let's put it in up here. Let's see how much it costs to repair now. So the repair cost did go up. Now it's 9 metal, 6 glue, and 3 rope. I need to get some glue. Oh, that's right. I dropped in here because I was just dumping stuff when I was doing some. Let's go ahead and repair it real quick. So the repair costs are they're, I don't know how to say it, but based on the amount of damage, there's a percentage. Once you've damaged it, you're in that first percentile, or whatever, that 25%, wherever it changes. And as you go, then you're using up. And that was all those arrows. And I think that was 50. I think I had 50 arrows on me. I'll double check. I'll put it up there. Oh, I'm only down to 4 normal arrows. Okay. But I think I had 50. I fired 1, and that was the other 49. So it's about 50 arrows until your bow breaks. I think that's a little excessive, but we'll see. Okay, so repair. This was 1 shot fired out of my 9 mil. That's the items you need to repair a 9mm. That's what you need to repair. You need pearls to repair a shotgun. Ouch. Double barrel is actually cheaper to repair. And you need pearls to repair the rifle. Okay, well, no, all in all, not bad. So those are the clothing you can deal with. That is the crafting and the repair on your items that you need to worry about. Put this back on. I know, weird order. The next thing I want to do is upgrade. Now, right now it's a 20% upgrade. You can get up to a 40% reduced in the amount of energy needed to run this. And oh, my generators are about to automatically turn off. That's awesome. And it's not too expensive. I mean, it's almost, if you can make it, you don't upgrade it, it's like, why? So this is it's this very good cost to performance. So we're gonna do that one. Let's take a look at it and see. Now it's down to 24. Down to 18. That's much more reasonable to get repaired. Let's go ahead and, oh, I don't have any more mass. It's gonna be a while. But that's it. Now we're gonna run around and take a look at winter. Out there in the real world. Where are... I mean, I'll take these with you. I don't know what I did with my pick and my stuff. Like I said, this is a test world, so not too worried about it. Alright. Oh, we're in the middle of a blizzard. Down to 9C. 10C. I'm gonna start taking damage here. So this is what the blizzards are like. This is nasty. I've seen a negative 11C. So I need a heat pack. So that's what the heat pack's gonna do. I want to get out to an area. Let's stand close to the house for a second. See, I'm at 28% of my heat from my heater is actually reaching me, and it's keeping me warm. Now I'm gonna go out here, and it's 10C. I'm going to use a heat pack, and now I'm protected. I can actually survive out here, and that's where the heat packs actually help. Ooh, my rabbit's level 10. Well, we needed to do a test. Sorry, rabbit. Let's see. Nothing new from killing a level 10 rabbit. I didn't think there would be, but that's why I was raising a rabbit, just for the update. Now these are evergreens, most of these, so there's always going to be leaves on them. We're gonna get to the other side. Oh, hear that growl? Oh, where are you? He was white, he was hard to see, and he infected me. Alright, so those are the white wolves. They have a different growl. Their growl's kind of a lower, and yeah, he snuck up on me. That's exactly what they do. They sneak up on you. But in the white of the snow, now I'm sure one of you guys saw him and are like, Critical, how couldn't you see it? Well, I didn't see it, all right? I'm playing a game and I'm talking to you guys at the same time. Rabbit, all right, cool. There's also a new sound for picking up plants if you hear that. It's kind of like you're breaking a stem off. Kind of, that's what the sound is like now. Regular wolf, I think, yeah. So now here's a tree where the leaves have fallen off, okay? I want to get us to an area where we can overlook a good portion of the land. Ooh, I'm starting to take damage. I am not going to worry about it right now. I can heal through it. I want to get to a good position. Now it's not I'm getting up higher up in elevations. So now it's up negative 15C. This is, gee, mini Christmas. This is cold. Listen to this. There's the new sound for you. This is a good position right here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out and I'm going to change the season. Okay. So this is what Subsistence looks like in January in the middle of a snowstorm. All right. So now it's February. We still have a snowstorm going on, but it's not a complete blizzard. So I'm wondering if time of year affects the how intense that certain storm might be. Right now we're at negative 7C, and I am surviving in my gear, but everything's still frozen. And you can see the leaves are, just like it was before. The evergreens are evergreen, and the other ones have lost all their leaves. So this is March. So this would be the beginning of spring. And you can see the leaves have started to come back on the trees. No more snow. Though actually, it looks like there's a little bit of snow. I don't think that's just the regular dust in the game. And of course, the river is running, and the lake is no longer frozen. Now we are in April. It's 13°C. It's starting to get kind of warm. I'm going to take off my heavy jacket. I don't need that, and I don't need the sweater anymore. Perfect. You can start seeing that there's those new flowers and colors in the landscape. The trees are starting to completely leave out in their foliage. Maybe not 100%, but very close. Oh, bears are coming out now. Probably were out last month, but, you know, they spawn in. It's random. There's a bear up there on the mountainside, it looks like. Now it's May. And the leaves have fully reformed on the trees. Now, this is about the, it should start tapering off, and you'll see it starting to brown out. Now it's nice and green, but I think it's going to be, in the heat of summer, stuff's going to dry out and turn kind of brown. Let's see how that happens. Let's see what it looks like. All right, so this is June. Still green. Kind of what you expect to see from Subsistence. It looks like some of those blue, oh no, the blue and pink flowers, they just don't seem as numerous as they were in last month. Maybe it's just a trick of the eye. Here it is, July. Whoa, it's really getting hot. 23°C out here. All right, I don't want to... Now, as it gets hotter, you'll start dehydrating more because you're sweating so much if you don't take all this extra stuff off. I wonder if I can get the warning. Put all this stuff on and see if we can get that heat hydration warning going. We'll see what happens. But I think I figured it out. Remember what I was saying? There's like some of those pink... You can see a lot of the pink is gone. So those flowers have started to fade away. The grasses have grown up more. They're seeding. But the blue flowers over here still are here. So those pink flowers have faded away. Those were the pink flowers of spring have gone away. We still have some blue flowers, but the pink ones are gone. And that's what the landscape looks like. Okay, so here is August. It's about the same as July. The temperatures are about the same. Oh, there's a deer over there. A bear below me. But not much has changed. Took my hydration. Ooh! Yeah, my water is really going down. I'm starting to get affected by the heat. I'm going to take this stuff off. Okay, now it's September, and you're really starting to see a change. You're seeing the leaves turn red, copper, brown, whatever color you want to, orange. You can see falling leaves coming in the air. So, not the rain, but I mean, you can see that leaf right there just flowing past. Those are the leaves that are falling off the trees. You can see that the green is starting to go away, and you've got more yellow and brown in the grass. Pink flowers are gone. The blue ones are there, but this is what autumn looks like, or excuse me, September looks like. Well, the season of autumn, but September looks like. Temperature 17°C, so the temperatures come down some again. Put my normal gear back on. I should be good to go. I got to give Cold Games credit. This is awesome. I hadn't done this yet, guys. This is my first time doing this. Now, in autumn, they were, or in September, the trees were turning like a brownish color, and now you get this full-on red-orange motif. You still have but look at the ferns. The ferns themselves have turned reddish orange. I mean, this is the colors of fall. Like trick or treat time. It's like the season we're actually in right now. This is pretty cool. Temperature's down to 11°C. Oh, and now you see we have the symbol for moose. So now it's the moose rutting season. This is the season we're going to finish off and make the rest of the video in. Because I'm hoping to run into a moose. You know what? Ooh, look at you can feel the fur on the wolf now. Oh yeah, there's some different fur on there. Oh yeah, cool. You can see it more when they're actually moving. I am going to switch to my better arrows. Rabbits and chickens. Now, in the winter season, there is less loot in the bags. Now, I'm not sure why the bags, but on the hunter's bags as well, there'd be less loot. And that makes a lot of sense because you're going to have less resources in the winter, less options to get hold of resources. Well, so are the hunters. They're not going to have as many options for resources. So their bags are going to be lighter when they drop loot. That makes some sense to me. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm not going over in like I said, in the patch notes, because I don't want to jump the gun. And I know that Cole Games says he was still working on a lot of stuff. Like, one of the things that I noted when I was doing my testing is that even though the lake was frozen, I could still wash my hands on the ice, which shouldn't be possible. Oh, and then one thing I didn't show you. In the winter, when there's snow on the ground, you're not going to be able to get water from ice. Though I think I could have if before he fixed it with the same thing with washing your hands. But to get water, you either have to have a well, like I have over at my base, or you have to pick up snow in the canteen and then you melt it in the in your stove, in the wood burning stove. Yeah, I'm not messing with you right now. Well, I went for the good arrows. This hunter, I think, is like continuously getting killed by the bears in this area. Oh, he's actually... Oh, there's two of them as well. Now, right now, their gear is just their normal gear that they have for this time of year. Oh, I've been spotted. Let's see if I can... Oh, I missed him. I was going to try to take out the one. I missed two. Three. Those are good arrows, too. I need to stop missing. Come here. Thank you. I don't care about your loot. I want my arrows back if I can get them. Oh, there's one. Now, arrows, you can see the arrows a lot better in the winter. I do appreciate that. It makes it a lot better when I'm missing, which I don't like to miss. But it happens. I made some cool shots when I was testing, but unfortunately, those videos were embargoed. I'm not allowed to show the... it's like, yeah, I caught a fish. It was this big. I did go down in the cave, and I noticed that every hunter I killed in the cave had fresh fish on them. I think I killed 6 hunters in the cave, and I got 4 or 5 small fish and 2 large salmon from the hunters in the cave system. So that's interesting. So if you're trying to live in the cave, you might be able to survive off the hunters with their fish. Kill the hunters, get fish. Since you can't fish in there, that's one way of surviving. I know, I'm leaving arrows around. It's a test world, guys. Relax. That's the whole point. I'm looking for a moose. I'm hoping to find a moose. We'll go over some of the other changes while we're running around. Ooh. Can I find hunters fighting a moose? That'd be kind of cool. So you already saw the seasonal trees. Ooh. Hold on. Oh, he's fighting a wolf. Oh, come on. Get back up there and stop moving. Problem is it keeps moving. I got a hit. Oh, got a hit right when I needed to reload. And I don't have any more ammo on me. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. I said don't move. Alright. Step back into it. Step back into the kill zone. Ah! Caught him when he was moving. Oh, that was a good shot. He was only finding a wolf, though. That was boring. Oh, well. Stop. So when it's really hot in the summer, you need to cool down. That's what the air conditioner's for. and it's going to affect your hydration. Cool thing with the radiator, though, if you stand at the radiator, because it provides more heat than a fireplace and or the standard wood stove, your health regeneration is affected by that. So you regenerate health a little bit better. Oh, the door's open. Oh, no, okay. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Because this world's messed up. It's that messed up one. I didn't have my dynamic shadows. My draw just wasn't high enough. There we go. Now the game looks a lot better. Sorry for showing the game in bad light, but it's what my issue is, unfortunately, in this world. I need to start a new one. Ooh, hey. Free tonic. Thank you, sir. I am not seeing a moose. I don't think we're going to get lucky and find one today, guys. Unfortunately. And it's that season. Now, I guess in late September they start rutting, but in the first part of September we didn't have that symbol, so. I wonder if the moose are hostile to everything. Like, are they going to go after... Because I know bears and wolves will go after a moose. I wonder if the moose will attack bears and wolves on their own now, and not just be retaliatory, but actually predatory. That'd be kind of cool. I love this bow. With these arrows, just amazing. Come here. Oh! Oh, I don't need to heal, that's why. I'm trying to heal and I don't need to. I'm an idiot. It's like it's working. Everything's working good. You don't have to worry about it, but I wasn't paying attention. So he broke my leg and didn't do that much damage to me. Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen before. Oh, my next... Ooh, row camp. Row camp. Come here, come here. Can't see you very well. Right in the helmet. Couldn't see you, but still got you. What were you cooking? Ah, you're burning stuff. You idiot. You're not supposed to burn it. You're supposed to cook it for me and leave it on the fire so I can have a nice warm meal after I kill you. Oh, yeah. That's what's hoped. That's what's hoped. Yes, I know I need to make lockpicks. I will be making them in the new season. Right now, I don't need them. I have everything that I need in this world. I'm still hoping. Come on. I didn't show you the seasonal clothing for the hunters. Sorry about that. I went through the seasons, but I wanted to show you at least the majority. I know I didn't show you November. No, basically, I mean, if you want to see November, here, I'll show you real quick. All right, so here is November. Now, granted, it's the very beginning of November, but you'll notice there's no more moose symbol. The moose aren't actively trying to kill you on it anymore, which is what I was hoping for. Don't worry about the waste of resources. I'm just topping off my numbers. So it's on the edge of winter. You could see some snowstorms, probably toward mid to late November in the game. You would probably have the lake starting to freeze over. Oh, one thing I do need to bring up. There is a temperature difference between the water. So it's 11°C out up here, right? Go underwater, it should get colder. Cold Games was mentioning there's a temperature difference. 10°C. Oh, yes, that's one thing you definitely have to consider. Pearls aren't as required in the early part of the game, but you need to collect a good amount of seaweed and have that seaweed available. So, let's see, 11, 10. I am seeing a temperature difference, but it's supposed to be more than that. Oh, red flowers are out in November, huh? Over here. You want to collect seaweed. Ah, yes, I need to show you this too. The double barrel shotgun has had its volume of the shot reduced. It's not as loud anymore. Because, I mean, it used to be boom. And now it's more subtle. Not as... That's the normal. Yeah, he's taking out about half the bait. Ooh. Oh, because that shot went near him. That's why he reacted. Come here. So like my old faithful, I can do a drive-by woofing. Yes, I know it's horrible, but I'm horrible. What can I say? Still hoping for a moose. He's not going to be aggressive, but I'm just not going to see a moose today, am I? Oops. Let's get up here. Now, I didn't see snow form on our bases, so it only forms on natural land right now. I think that's something Cole Games probably needs to consider making changes on. But I'll leave that up to him to make a decision. Now, I am scrolling through the notes on my iPad just to see if there's anything else that I wanted to bring up. Oh, dropped kits. So if you die, in the old days, if you died and then you logged out and you logged back in, your kit was gone. It wouldn't save. Now the timer's still in effect. You'll still lose your gear if you go longer than 10 minutes. Or whatever the time rate is for the level of game that you're playing. 15 for an easy game, and 10 minutes for a normal game, if I remember correctly. Your kit will stay around. Oh, my base is being attacked. Your kit will stay around until that time, but if you exit the game and log back in, you don't lose it. It's still there. The timer's still going, but at least it doesn't automatically disappear when you die, so that's good. He fixed transitions of the river. Some of the... Oh, yes, I want to check this. Put this on quickly before I get wet. Put it on. Okay, so normally a rainstorm like this would get me wet. I'm not going to go... I'm going to cross the river using my, my bridge. Nope, I still got wet. Okay, so this didn't provide any protection against the rain. I think it should. If you're in a rainstorm and you put the heavy winter jacket on, it should provide some protection to the rain. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get wet. I'm saying that it should take longer for you to get the wet status, because it's a plasticky, you know, the like most heavy winter coats, they've got a plasticky outer layer to protect you from moisture. It'd be nice if it did that. It doesn't have to, but... he did adjust the loot the distance where loot will despawn, so you shouldn't see that as much anymore. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but I don't want to... Oh, yeah, this I do want to bring up. The... on death, there was a small percentage chance that you would lose a item of clothing. That doesn't happen anymore. So upon death, you're not... What just spoiled? Oh, it's must have been raw meat. I harvested something. That's what it was. I was like, did my eggs spoil? But no, it's not that. I was like, no, that's my ever food. Oh, I left my heater on in here for all those season changes. Been running forever, but at least it's efficient now. You gotta love that. I think that's about it. At least the stuff that I'm comfortable with bringing up to you until Cole Games has said that the testing is over. I mean, obviously we had a crash right when I was doing some... Oh, wait a second. We are in the middle of a thunderstorm. Let's test this real quick. Lightning happens often enough that I should be able to see this. Disable lightning. We'll test this for Cole Games. Let's see if there's any more lightning flashes while we're ending the episode. As I expected, and decent, yeah. I like the windmills for power generation when the sun isn't out. They work really well when anytime we have a decent storm going on. But it's the middle of November, well, probably the early part of November, and we're still having good rainstorms. But it is definitely getting cold. Come on, give me Give me some thunder and let me know that it's supposed to have been lightning. Or maybe it cuts out the thunder as well. So there's no, without the thunder, there's no lightning. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Without lightning, there's no thunder, I should say. So when you turn that off, not only are you turning off the flashes, but you're probably turning off the noise as well. At least that's what it's feeling like. Okay, that works. That fixes that problem for everybody then. Okay, but like I was saying, there's a lot of changes that I know Cold Game needs to work on. So I don't want to try to get too technical into everything. I just wanted to give you a good overview of Alpha 50. Well, there was thunder, but there was no lightning. So that's been tested. You can have thunder without lightning in this game. Weird coincidence, but it actually happened. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this content. If you have, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.